And it's really cool for a couple different reasons. Like you said, being on the ground floor at the very beginning of this. I first started fighting in like very beginning of 1998. So the UFC is about 4.5 years old, very new. But I wasn't at the beginning of it. There was people I looked up and I'm like, oh man, Gary Goodwin, just different guys you look up. You're like, oh man, this dude's a beast. It was just would have been cool to be in there. I knew those guys. I got to be there like right after that. But I mean, being here at the beginning is pretty awesome to me. And going international, like this, I've brought this up before, is, when it comes to fighting, kind of an individualized thing. You're going here, you're going there. It might be, I fought in many countries, but I'm usually the U.S. person or maybe two guys from U.S. and you kind of sit together. But I've never had it where this is like an Olympic field to me. Like this is us representing your country versus another country. I've never had that before. So it adds a different level of pride. It's like we're the best in the world. We have to have that attitude. We're America with the best fighters in the world. Yeah, I'll go fight anybody. I want to fight their team, and I want us to, not even winning for me. I'm winning for that. That's another notch in the U.S. side. So there is another level of excitement for me.
That's a good point. I didn't even really think about in that aspect of, let's just say, I don't know, let's say 5 of the USA guys have lost, and you come out there. Do you maybe feel a little extra pressure on top of, obviously you want to win the fight for yourself, but knowing that, you're, like you said, Team USA almost kind of has that Olympic feel.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe adds a little more pressure because you want to pull one out, for the country and for the team as well?
I mean, for sure. You probably get a good idea in your mind. We've lost 3. If I lose another one, that could be it for USA. And there is an extra level player, so I got to go out there and do whatever I can. However, I don't know if you really can put any more pressure on than most fighters put on themselves. I mean, no matter what, every fight I have, I want to win as hard as I'm going to do whatever I can to win no matter what. I don't know if I can do, and I don't like when people say, he gave 110%. No, he didn't. He gave 100%. You can't give 110%. That's impossible. So I'm going to give 100% no matter what. No matter if U.S. is up 5 or down 3, I'm going to give 100%. I can't give 101 because that's impossible.
I kind of like to talk about the press conference a little bit. So we heard your opponent, J.C. Amos, talked about a little private bet he made with the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And talked about how he was going to bet, I don't know, like half his purse. Either he would, if he couldn't do it, he'd lose half his purse. If he could do it, the boss man would give him some extra money on top.
Yeah.
I guess, what are your thoughts on that the whole way around? I mean, from the idea of just kind of making the bet in general, and then specifically making the bet against you.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, my initial thought was maybe this dude has got some, he's about to go into the next tax bracket, and he doesn't want to get all his money because it'll throw him off. That was my only thought. Is he's trying to figure out how to deal with taxes because he doesn't want to get his full paycheck. That's all I could really surmise from what my understanding, because I don't know if he looked into me at all. I've had about 80 fights. I've never been knocked out, so I don't know. Maybe he didn't look into it. Maybe he just said, this guy looks old as hell, and I'm going to hit him hard and knock him out. That's what I wanted to think. I mean, I'm glad he has that mentality because that's going to put for a good fight. But as far as making a bet like that, maybe he has to do that to really motivate him. I'm not sure. I don't really understand it, but I think it's great. That really tells me what he's doing. He's coming to try to knock me out first round. Let's do it. So that's going to give me some openings.
Does it give you kind of maybe like an extra fire under you that this guy's coming to take your head off right at the start of the gate?
I expected him to come and try to knock me out hard because, probably the last 10 guys I fought, every one of them brings up the fact that I haven't been knocked out and they're going to be the first person to do it. And I always say the same thing. Yeah, you know what? The next guy's going to say the same damn thing because I just don't see me getting knocked out. I'm not unrealistic. I'm not stupid. I know what's possible. I just don't, I just don't think it's going to happen ever. So, bring it. That doesn't add any more pressure to me. It makes me excited. He's coming to finish me, and I promise you, I'm coming to finish you.
What do you think you can contribute? And let's look at your entire career, man. It's like you said, you've been in some wars, but you've always managed to stay, relatively healthy. You don't really have any permanent damage.
No.
You're not punch drunk like some of these other guys who have a gazillion fights. Like you're absolutely. It's amazing the amount of fights you've been in and the wars you've been in, and like I said, no permanent damage. What do you think contributes to that?
Oh, I think a lot of it. I mean, I have to be maybe some genetic predisposition, possibly. I'm really not sure. A lot of it is though. I'm really, really, really dedicated to my craft, and so being in the gym an awful lot and going with the right people and learning not to take flush shots and how to take grazing shots and how to get hit and roll with the punches. A lot of that isn't just luck. That's a science to it. So when I'm in there and I'm learning how to parry punches and roll and kind of absorb the punch as I'm kind of getting hit, it definitely adds a lot to it. And so I think that for those reasons, I've been able to fight in a lot of wars where I'm taking punches, but I'm not taking brutal punches. My head's not snapping back. It's not hitting a brick wall. It's hitting as I'm rolling with the punch. So just me being dedicated. I'm known at my gym for sparring way too many rounds, 10 rounds in a day, 9 rounds in a day. People are like, dude, you got to stop sparring so much. I'm like, I know, but I got to be good. My eyes got to see what's coming, and I got to be able to roll with it and slip that punch. And that doesn't come by just accident or because, I believe in that, 10,000 hour rule. I've had to do 10,000 hours to make myself where I'm at right now, and that's what I've done.
So we're just a few hours away from the fight. Any pre-fight rituals on fight week or superstitions, anything you stay away from, anything you have to do before a fight?
Well, I always stay away from, absolutely no cocaine, right before the fight. I wait till afterwards. I buy a big 8-ball and I do it right afterwards. There you go, John Jones. That's how you're supposed to do it after the fight, not before. You see, that's where you and I differ. So, no, I quit. I don't want to do any of that stuff anymore. No, never really did it. So not a cocaine guy. No, I really don't have many pre-fight rituals, man. I'm just, I've always been a busy guy, man. Been a full-time firefighter for 18 years. Most of my UFC career, I was doing that. I got 4 kids, so I'm just here. I train as much as I can, spend much time with my family, work, and I come here to take care of business. And I don't believe in if you do this, you're going to win. Do that, you're going to lose. It's all your mindset. You go out there with the right mindset. I'm going there and try and take this guy's head off. That's all I want to do. We'll be friends afterwards. He seemed like a very nice guy. I've talked with him a couple times. He has to motivate himself, do whatever to get himself up for this fight and put a lot of pressure on. That's great. I'm coming to knock him out, and then afterwards we'll be great. I'll shake his hand, I'll buy him a drink, whatever. But we're gonna go in there and we're gonna try and bang, and that's what I want to do, and that's what he wants to do. So that's what's gonna happen.
I've heard of you talk about being a firefighter. Stipe Miocic is a firefighter too, and he talks about how it kind of helps him. It kind of balances him out. Maybe
for sure.
Kind of, levels him out, brings him back down to earth, sort of, kind of.
For sure.
Is that similar?
Oh, for sure. I remember, when I'd be have a fight in the UFC and I'd win like a fight of the night or something, and I'd go back to the firehouse and I'm feeling for the last 2 days I've just been hearing how great the fight was and I'm a beast and this and that, and then I'm like all full of myself and I go back there like, oh man, that was a great fight, Chris. Today you're mopping floors and cleaning toilets. I'm like, oh, well, I'm fight of the night now. Oh, I'm mopping floors, dang. And all of a sudden that kind of puts things into perspective. I'm just like anybody else on the fire department. And then you go on a run where somebody's in cardiac arrest, somebody falls and breaks their hip and you're trying to help them. You're like, okay, it really puts things into perspective. What's really important, because there's another firefighter there who was able to, set this person's leg or is a paramedic and they're able to start IV and save this person's life and I was able to help it. In my opinion, that person's doing a lot more in this world than I am. I might be in there fighting on TV, but what is that really in the big picture of things? It just really lets you know what's more important and what to strive to be. I want to be a good person and a helpful person, not the toughest guy in the world. I would like to be both, but if I could pick one, it's not going to be the toughest because there's a lot of tough guys who are pricks, so I don't want to be that guy.
And, last question, any specific predictions and a final message for your opponent?
Hey, we've already talked about it many times. Bring your A game. It's going to be fun. Go out there. I'm going to try to hit you as hard as I can in the face. You're going to try to hit me. Let's see who wins. Main thing I want to talk to people about is if you're not watching this sport right now, please don't call yourself a combative, enthusiast, because this is by far the reason I got involved. I watched the fights. I got to do that. This is real fighting, as good as it gets. A lot of people don't like it when people hold people down, lay on top of them. They know that going on here is 2 people with bare knuckles trying to punch the other guy as hard as they can. And they're entertaining. They're quick rounds. Man, I really enjoy watching. I've done some commentary for it. I want to go to every fight just to get a front row seat and do commentary. I don't care if that's what it takes. I want to get right there and watch these fights because this is some of my favorite stuff to watch. If you don't call yourself a UFC fan, boxing fan, if you don't like this, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not. We probably wouldn't be friends. Don't hang out with me. So that's it.
All right, very good. Chris Lights Out Lytle is going to be fighting just in a few hours. JC Yamas, good luck to you, sir. And
Thank you
for your time.
Thank you.